we're going to start with a quick walkthrough of Genesys Cloud CX and Genesys Multi-Cloud CX. Before we do that, I'd like to introduce Hiba and Muhammad. So to be honest, the reason that we're all here today is actually because of Hiba and because of Muhammad, Muhammad's our customer excellence champion and Hiba is our customer. And we need to make sure that the journey for Hiba is the best journey and the best experience that she can get. At the same time, we need to make sure that the employee journey of Muhammad, the experience that Muhammad goes through on a day-to-day basis within your contact center, is the best experience that he can get as well. And when Hiba engages with our contact center, it's regardless of the channel that she chooses. Again, it could be voice, it could be WhatsApp, social media, email, it doesn't really matter. Giving her the true omni-channel allows Muhammad, when Hiba reaches Muhammad, to have that full 360-degree picture of Hiba. So in this case, or this snippet that we have here, Hiba is engaging through the omni-channel, through the channel of her choice, anytime she wants. And in this case, she's engaging with a chatbot at the beginning. Maybe the chatbot, provides that specific service. She had a question, she had an FAQ, she wanted to open a ticket. The chatbot was able to do that for her there. If not, she would be transferred to the agent. Now, before the transfer, let's see what Muhammad has in terms of experience. What Genesys provides, again, all of these components are provided by Genesys. Our development module, or learning module, if you will, ensures that the employees and the agents that you have are set on a specific development track, and you're able to monitor them as an organization. You're able to know that they completed these specific targets or not. So you can make sure that they have the proper skill sets in order to serve your customers properly. Am I putting them on the right schedules? Am I making sure that the number of interactions that are coming in are being handled by the proper number of agents or not? And that's through AI-powered forecasting and scheduling. Now, once this interaction reaches Genesys routing engine, we make sure that this interaction is routed to the best available agent that's within the contact center. And that's based on information that we have of the agent, information that we have of the customer. Whether that's real-time information, whether that's historical information, Genesys leverages that information based on the artificial intelligence, and it routes the customer to the best available agent. Now, once the agent is handling this interaction, it could be voice, social media, WhatsApp, it doesn't really matter. The system can understand the transcription of this engagement, of this conversation. And through Agent Assistant in real time, it can propose topics to your agents. Again, your agent doesn't have to put your customer on hold. They don't have to transfer the call to another agent. The system, through artificial intelligence, through understanding what's going on in real time, will propose these topics. Now, once the conversation is completed, the system will take in that information, and it'll make sure that once Hiba is engaging with your contact center the next time, she's also routed or transferred to the best available agent that can support her. So how can you consume Genesys? Well, we have a couple of different ways that you as an organization can consume Genesys. And Genesys is the only vendor that provides these three different options. So the first option is the public cloud or SaaS model that you have, where Genesys is responsible to maintain, manage, operate all of the different components and features that we have on Genesys. So this is an indication that you have basically zero footprint when it comes to hardware, when it comes to your data center. And that's more for, you can consider SMEs, or hopefully when the regulations become a little less strict here, other organizations will be able to take advantage of that. The second option we have is what we call multi-engage private cloud. And what that does is, if you're a government, if you're a bank, if you're an insurance company, and you can't take advantage of the cloud per se, but you do want to still be able to take advantage of what the cloud has to offer. So you would be able to consume the different components that Genesys multi-cloud has to offer while on your private cloud. And the private cloud is within the country, so you're ensuring all the data is in country basically. All the security is provided by you as an operator, so you have full control over your environment. We're going to get a little bit into more details in the next slide about this. And the third option is the hybrid option. So you want to have some type of on-prem solution, taking advantage of a couple of AI features such as workforce, let's say workforce engagement and AI-powered scheduling, or conversational AI, you can still have the ability to do that. Now, if we take a look a little bit more into the private cloud and what that allows us to do. So basically, you can choose your ISACs. You can choose your infrastructure of your choice. If it supports OpenShift and Kubernetes, you're able to basically take components or take containers from Genesys and implement those containers within your private cloud. Again, private cloud, data residency, all the data is on your side, and you have no worries about regulations or compliances anymore. Now, a small example of what one of our customers that was able to take advantage of private cloud, this is a Fortune 500 company. They have about 10,000 agents. They're consuming voice, and they said, guys, we need to enable digital. We need to allow our customers now to communicate with us through the digital channels. Usually, if you're an on-prem, this would take maybe 2-3 months of time because you have to do the sizing. You have to make sure that you have your proper virtual machines in place. You're doing the sizing for the best performance available, which is kind of costly. And then you have the development to worry about as well. So it's time, it's material, it's cost, it's expensive. With private cloud, they were able to go live within 2 to 3 days. So you're talking about the difference between 2 to 3 months to 2 to 3 days. And this is go to customer. This is enabling you as an organization to say, you know what, I'm going to take advantage of what you guys are providing in terms of innovation and in terms of the ability to containerize your components. I'm going to take advantage of that, and I'm going to provide my customers with the best experience possible. Again, think about it this way. It's a true omni-channel. It's not multi-channel. You want to be able to have your agents, when they receive a call, have the same experience as when they receive a WhatsApp message or a Twitter message or a Facebook message on the same screen. They see the same exact information. They know this customer had called in a couple of weeks ago. They know this customer had sent an email a couple of months ago. You don't want the agents to have a disconnected journey as would your customers. So this is in terms of the private cloud, what benefits you get. Again, aside from data residency, which is possibly the top benefit that you would have, you're able to continuously deploy. So if I want to upgrade my system, you have access to upgrades that are provided by Genesys approximately every month instead of having it implemented every 3 years. We know why the upgrades are slow on on-prem solutions or on-prem contact centers. You have to worry about downtime. You have to worry about, is this component going to impact or affect other components within my contact center? Easy to test. So you can test your software with multiple instances. It's a single architecture. So you're utilizing the resources of your architecture effectively. You don't have to worry about scaling up or scaling down. That'll be automatically handled by OpenShift and by the architecture that you have in place, and you have complete control. You decide when and where you want to deploy your components. If later on you decide to go to cloud because regulation said, let's move to cloud, you can do that as well. So you have full control over your contact center, over your data, over your security, while tapping into and enabling what Genesys has to provide, what Genesys basically has to provide from the different innovations and AI. So when we look at the cloud, and when we talk about Genesys Cloud CX particularly, yes, the name is cloud, but to say that it's hosted on the cloud, to say that it's deployed to the cloud is a true understatement. Genesys Cloud is implemented within Amazon, within AWS, using a microservices architecture. And that allows us to take full advantage of what AWS has to provide from auto healing, auto scaling, elastic load balancing, etc. So if you can see this depiction here, you can see that you have different features grouped in services. So you have your inbound IVR features grouped in services, your outbound campaigns, your reporting. What that enables us to do is take advantage of the scaling, take advantage of business continuity. So if something happens to, let's say, for example, one of my components on my web chat, it broke, there's a fault, there's a bug. Amazon AWS will automatically detect that faulty component. It'll remove it from the instance, and it'll automatically add a healthy instance to your, a healthy component to your instance here. That allows us for business continuity. That ensures business continuity for us at the end of the day. And once that faulty component is automatically healed, it's automatically put back into the instance itself. So again, your footprint in your contact center or your data center in this case is almost close to zero. You don't have to worry about upgrades. Genesys is taking care of all the different upgrades. It's taking care of the resources, the load balancing. This is all handled by the implementation of the microservices implementation on AWS. So if you recall a couple of slides back, we said Genesys releases new features every Wednesday, every week. So this is the beauty of microservices. You get access to that new feature once it's released within Genesys. So as an organization, if you're using Genesys Cloud CX, you will have access to that new feature that's released right away. And the benefits here is you can scale to any occasion. You have an outbound campaign, you have, I don't know, you need to increase the number of agents because you're having some type of promotion. You can do that without worrying about the different types of resources that you need to add on to your servers because it's all on the cloud. It's all handled and managed by Genesys. You can do more with less. And basically, you have the ability to continuously innovate because you're having access to what innovations that and new features that are delivered by Genesys.